We're ready.
17th
Off and
of
running.
June, Rabbi Levitt.
So Rabbi, you don't have your computer back, huh?
No, we was trying today, and was giving me all sorts of difficulty. I think it's because of the I have a S-stroke filter, and they decided that I don't know. All mina shamayim, as we know. We just need more emuna and bitachon. That's all. But yes, in the meantime, I didn't want to practice my emuna and bitachon at your expense, so I just went to my wife's computer, who thanks to the hashgacha that has to go out to do some shopping now. So otherwise, I would be in trouble. Okay.
Page 381.
382.
382.
382. We've discussed this. We're talking about this statement that appears in the Gemara in a number of places. Has all sorts of halachic applications about this that it says all turnings that a person turns that he makes should be only to the right.
Unless
That's
you're
what
left-handed.
What?
Abraham and Lot. Abraham went to the right.
Who went to the right?
Abraham went to the right. Lot went to the left.
Oh, he offered when he spoke to Lot.
Yeah. Which way to go? I guess Lot wanted the other section anyway.
Oh, that's fascinating. Oh,
But it says he went to the right, Abraham. It's in the Siddur. I think it is.
it's in the Chumash. Take a look.
Yeah.
Take a look in your Chumash. When Lot's shepherds were making trouble, and Avram told Lot, we're going to have to separate ways. Oh. So,
No, it doesn't say he went left. Abraham says, you go left, I'll go right, you go right, I'll go left. And then it says Lot decided to go to the plain, from the east.
But wasn't that described as being on the left, further back?
Nope.
No?
Louis,
What
are
I see.
you close to your...
where's the pasuk?
It's
Louis, very low. Are you close to your microphone?
Chet.
Louis,
What was that?
Yud
Are you
Gimel.
close to your microphone, Lou?
Chet.
Good Gimel. Oh, wow, that's way off. Okay. I'm just start properly learning.
Does it say that Abraham chose the right?
No, it doesn't say that.
Doesn't say that for either of them.
Avram el Lot al not tehi meriva. Let there not be a strife and machlokes and fighting between us. Ubein roya, ubein royecha. And you don't really find that Lot was contending with Avram. We find the shepherds were fighting.
Right.
Rashi brings the shepherds were fighting. So in Pasuk Tes, Elo kol haaretz lefanecha, hiparedna me'alai, im hasmol v'yamina. If you go to the left, then I'll go to the right. Im hayamin, lasmila. And even if you want to go to the right, so then I'll go to the left. What does it mean to the right and to the left?
Oh,
Okay. Hmm. Rashi seems to take the words of the pasuk out of their literal and straightforward meaning. If you, the words themselves would seem to say that if you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you want to go to the right, then I'll go to the left. But Rashi doesn't explain Avram's words in that way. He says, "Ve'emina, Aymin es atzmi. I will write myself. I will do, I don't even know what that means. Not sure what it to it. Why Rashi says es atzmi?
what's the reference?
This is the pasuk in the Perek Yud Gimel, pasuk Tes.
Of Horatius?
Yes.
No. Yud Gimel is 13:9. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
somebody should have to say something about this. What is Rashi? Rashi seems to be defending his explanation. He doesn't hold that it's he holds that that's the pshat. He's not saying something that's removed from the meaning of the words, and he's not saying anything in the name of Chazal, that Chazal say this. He's saying that this is the way I understand what the word means, but I don't know, what does it mean to right yourself, to left yourself? What does that mean?
Maybe to orientate yourself to either the left or the right in values and yeah. It's political.
Interesting. Actually, the beginning of the Rashi, he has an interesting comment over here. But kol asher teshev, wherever you will live, Lo israchek mimcha. I won't be far from you. V'amod l'magen. Ule'ezer. I will be for you a magen and an ezer. I'll be a shield for you. I'll be a helper for you.
Magen Avraham.
That was Avram, and that in fact was what happened, right? When Lot was captured in the Milchama, and when Avram found out, he entered into the Milchama. That great, at least B'derech HaTeva, what would seem to be a great risk to his own life. But and he went to save Lot. So we see that he wasn't just talking nice words. He meant it 100%. He meant it 100%. Okay, I
It's interesting. All we can see is the shoulder of Lou and the shoulder of the rabbi. Well, it was like that. And Ellen's forehead.
Oh, very interesting. I'm going to read you what the Sforno says over here. First of all, I'll preface with a comment from the Sifsei Chachamim. The Sifsei Chachamim says on this pasuk, he's bothered. Where did Rashi know to say that that Avram was saying to Lot, you know, I'm not going to be far away from you. Whenever you need me for protection, for assistance, I'll be there for you. Where did Rashi get that from? To us, it would sound like this would be something that people that had a big fight would say to one another. Listen, let's part ways. We can't be like this. You go one way, I'm going to go the other way, like so to say, so that we won't have to run into one another ever again. But the Sifsei Chachamim says Rashi had a problem explaining the words in that way because of the fact that Avram said before that, he said, "Listen, we're brothers," and he was speaking in a very conciliatory way. He wasn't speaking in a way of hatred or anything like that. So okay, but in any case, he said, if you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If I go to the right, you go to the left. So what does that mean exactly? So the Sforno says over here that the pasuk says, "Hello, kol haaretz lefanecha." Avram said to Lot, "Look, the whole land is in front of you. Ki amnam ata tivchar hamakom shetirtza." You can choose whichever place you want. You have free choice. Lot, the choice is yours. Ki Hiparid no me'alai. But please do me a favor and let's not travel together. Let's separate. Hiparid ata el atzad asher tibchar. You will separate yourself to the side that you choose. Yani esa hafacho. And I will travel in the opposite direction, and like that we will separate ways. But what does it mean? If you go to the left, this is Avram asks. Avram requested, if you go to the left, I'll go to the right. That was the first thing he said. So the Sforno says, "Im tivchar levakesh meira echad b'tzad small." If you will choose to seek after the evil that exists on the left, on the tzad small, on the left side, there's evil that is on the left side. So it's not simply a direction, a geographical direction that we're talking about over here. We're talking about a choice which has all sorts of implications of evil and good. Okay, so having said all of that, it's very interesting. But you see from the Sforno, though, right here, you see from the Sforno that to go to the right, it's not just a geographical location that we're talking about. We're talking about, it's not just a it has implications in regard to good and evil. To go in the right way, to go to the right side, the side which is right, that's the way to go, as opposed to the other way, which is not the right side, it's the left side. The right side is the side of Tov, and the left side is the side of Ra.
There's a problem with that, Rabbi, because it says, if you go to the right, I'll go to the left. How is Abraham saying, I'll go to the evil side?
Oh, good question. Yeah, it's interesting. The Sforno doesn't follow through and tell us what the other half of what Avram Avinu said to Lot is referring to. First, he first said this side. When the Sforno says about Avram v'amina, and I will go to the left, he says, Ani avakshenu b'tzad yamin. If you will go to the, if you will seek after Ra, which is on the left side, then I will seek on the side of Yamin, the side opposite that. So you're asking, what does it mean the other way? Yeah. Wow, that's really, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the Sforno would say about that. I don't know.
Maybe Abraham would have tamed the left side. Maybe he should have gone there for that reason.
So Abraham should have gone to Sodom?
I don't know. If he had the power to to change people. Maybe you should have tried. But obviously it was not to be from what we've seen unfolding.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Would seem to be a very significant pasuk. I don't see, other than that, what the Sforno said. Okay, well, so, yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Good question. I don't know what the answer to that question is. I don't know.
I think that's a support for the argument that says it's really geographical.
Well, but that far you can't go because that's not what the Sforno says.
Right.
So we see that the Sforno is understanding it has been much more than geographics, but what the opposite that he doesn't say. He doesn't say.
There must be other commentaries as well.
Yeah, I was looking. Nobody on the page. The Ramban, the Or HaChaim, no one. It's interesting. It would seem to be a very perhaps maybe some of the commentaries on the Rashi, but okay. And also I will add that Rashi also doesn't understand it in a geographic sense. That's what Rashi means when according to Sifsei Chachamim, that I mean, it's atzmi, the writing himself or lefting himself is not referring to a geographic direction that he's going in. The Rashi translates Amina as I mean as atzmi. I will write myself. What does myself have to do anything with the direction that one is going? It's very Rashi doesn't explain too much about that, but it needs a little bit more research over here. Okay, let's go further. Let's go further. Okay, so that's that. And he mentions over here something else. We find a pasuk in Tehillim. The right hand of Hashem is exalted. The right hand of Hashem does valor. Pasuk in Tehillim. Pasuk that we say in Hallel. Even made a song out of it. Called Rina v'Yeshua ba'alei tzadikim. There's the sound of Rina and Yeshua, of shouting of joy, of salvation in the tents of the tzaddikim. Yamin Hashem Osa Chayil. The Yamin of Hashem has done valiantly. Chayil. Rashi says over here in Tehillim, Yamin Hashem Romema. Rashi brings a medrash. Medrash Agada, Elyonim Bora Kodesh Baruch Hu B'Yamin. The upper spheros, the upper worlds, the Elyonim. Hashem created them B'Yamin, with the right hand. Lefikach, and therefore lo sholta behem misa. Therefore, in those, they're not subject to misa. Oh, interesting. Elyonim, I guess maybe he means the spiritual beings in the upper realms, like the Malachim. They were created with Hashem's Yamin, and therefore they weren't subject to Misa. Kain Omar HaMeshorer, so says David HaMelech, the singer. Yamin Hashem Romema, Shebarasa Osam, Shebarumoy Shel Olam He. Yamin Hashem, the heights, the upper spheros of the universe are the domain of the Yamin of Hashem. Shetasa Chayalos Shel Tzadikim, La'asid Lavo. That you make armies of righteous people for the world to come. Okay, so what I see from here also, the Yamin is that the Pele Yoetz is referring to, is associated with life, associated with exaltedness. This is the Yamin of Hashem, and in that there's Chayil, there's the actions of Hashem which are Chayil. Okay, so we're just trying to figure out what's this whole idea of Yamin and small. I was going to bring Rev Barkley in the guidelines. He has a little kuntras on left and right. He quotes a medrash in Vayikra. Rabbi Levi and Rabbi Yitzchak both said Hashem, he has two things in his right hand, in his yamin, and two things in his left. In the Torah and Tzedakah are in his right on the yamin, and Nefesh and Mishpat are in the left. So the tzad yamin is the tzad of Torah and Tzedakah, and the left is Mishpat. mishpat and nefesh. So it's a bit scary over there on the left side. And Rav Barkley says it's clear that Chazal, they attach a special significance to the two hands and their correct usage. And that's what the Pele Yoetz is speaking out over here, that you have to do you have to regard the he says Pele Yoetz says, regarding a person who is not careful in this matter, he does not know the difference between his right and his left. He just does with the left, just does with the right. He quotes a pasuk in Mishlei that a man who disregards a word will be harmed by it. Pasuk in Mishlei. Okay. Where we find this we come into contact with this in Tefillah, in Shmon Esrei. When a person begins to step back before beginning his Shmona Esrei, Rav Barkley brings over here, he should step back first with the right foot. That's his strong foot. And he mentions that a left-footed person should begin with the left. And then when he, in other words, he takes steps back, and then he takes steps forward to step into Shmon Esrei. So which foot should he begin to step forward into the Shmona Esrei with? He says with the right foot. But a left-footed person should begin with the left. What's the idea? See, this is another point over here, I believe.
Yeah, I think the idea is to show your anxiousness to get into close to Hashem, to get to
Very good.
your place.
Very good. Right, by getting, in other words, it's not simply a geographic location, the right foot. The right foot, for most people, since they're right-footed, that means that's the side of strength. That's the side of ability. That's the side that you use if you need to do something that you want to make sure that you do it in the best way you possibly can. So that's the more important foot for you, and therefore you're demonstrating your enthusiasm to start the Shmon Esrei, which what is the Shmon Esrei? You're now speaking to Hashem. You're talking to the Shekhinah. The Shekhinah is listening to you. So you're demonstrating your enthusiasm to be together with the Shekhinah. So that is that needs to be done with the stronger foot. So therefore, a left-handed person, his right foot is his left foot. That's the point.
And stepping back, you step back with your left foot, showing your reluctance to leave the Shmona Esrei.
Very good. Now, what about a left-footed person? He should do the opposite. He should step back. He should take his first step back with his right foot, because his right foot is really his left foot. It's his less important foot. It's his weaker foot.
And when you're going to shul, you're going up the steps to shul or down the steps to shul. Should be going up the steps. you start the step with the right foot.
Okay. Good. Okay, so what we're seeing over here is the right side is not just a, what I'm trying to show you is that the right side doesn't simply mean a geographic location. It means the side of strength. It means the side of rightness. It means the side of tzedakah and Torah. And this is what is it? This is what it means when although we saw in the Gemara in Yuma that it actually is fulfilled by actually going to there is geographics involved in it. That we can't deny. That we can't deny. But it doesn't. It has other implications over here as well. Okay, so with all of that, let's go to the next paragraph. This is the last paragraph. We call upon Lou to start the reading. Top paragraph,
Baby.
382.
Am I muted? No, I'm not. Nursing babies.
No, we haven't got based on this concept.
What?
The last paragraph. We haven't read that.
Oh, okay. Based on this concept, a husband must dominate his wife, and the entire conduct of the household should be decided by him. If, heaven forbid, she dominates him, woe unto that woman, for she strengthens the left and strengthens the strictures of justice upon her house. And she makes an impression and blemish above. Therefore, neither the woman nor her father and mother should desire that she dominate her husband, since this is bad for her. However, if she is subservient to her husband, they will live a sweet life together. These matters are time-honored and well-established. Length of days is a lot of those who defer to the right.
Oh, that's based upon a pasuk too. Orech yomim biyamino ubesmola osher v'kovod. To the right is a length of days. To the left is osher, wealth, v'kovod, and honor. But
What is the word for dominate? Is that a correct translation?
okay, so it's very interesting. The Pele Yoetz uses the word moshel.
How do you spell that?
Moshel, the root of the word moshel is mem shin lamed, and you have a vav between the mem and the shin.
Say that again. Mem
Shin lamed. Mem shin lamed.
Lamed is the root of dominate.
See, I think the translation is a bit I don't know how well the translator really understands the nuances of the English language. I really don't know. But I'll tell you the following. There's a pasuk that I think it's also we say in Mishlei, in Hallel. Ki Lashem hamelucha oh. Oh, that's okay. That's actually what the it's interesting that he says this, Moshel. Okay. Take it back. Moshel is a he has a, but I would still say dominate has a bad connotation to people. Dominating means that you are unnecessarily lording your authority over somebody in a unnecessary way. That's not there's no mitzvah in that. That's not something that is proper. What the Chazal say about these matters is that Chazal divide matters into two categories: Mili de Alma and Mili de Shmaya. Mili de Alma means matters of this world, matters of this world. The matters of the house, the attending to the house, and the matters of material matters. That realm is the realm of the wife, and the husband is not the one that decides over there. The wife is the one that decides. The Gemara says the wife has the last say in those matters. But in Mili de Shmaya, in matters that are matters of let's say Ruchnius, matters of Ruchnius, Mili de Shmaya, matters of heaven. So the husband has the last say. Now, what does it mean he's got the last say? It means that everybody knows somebody's got to decide. It's definitely the case that somebody has to one that is going to decide. And if you have two people deciding, well, I mean, the point is that the husband is supposed to act in a way that he is a leader, but he doesn't, it behooves him to take his wife's feelings and her concerns and her interests and everything that she has to say into consideration, into serious consideration, of course. So in other words, that would seem to be inconsistent to me with this word dominating.
Right. So there's also the idea of consensus. You don't have to have somebody decide necessarily in every case.
Yeah, and also if it is a matter that the husband feels one way and the wife feels the other way, and it's a matter of significance, meaning a matter of Shemaya, a matter that affects not simply material matters but spiritual matters, and they can't, and the wife doesn't agree, it would not be it would not be improper for the wife to say, maybe we should, maybe we should go to our Rav and see, if what you want to do is because I have the following reservation, and the husband, this means the husband has the last say, doesn't mean that he has the last say and he doesn't have to listen to a Rav, right? That's not what it means. He has to listen to Das Torah. He has to listen to what the Torah has to say. He should be interested in that. He should be connected to a Rav, and he should take eitzes and life decisions to the Rav. But okay, but so having said all of that, the Torah does give the last word to the husband, but the husband, of course, has to use in matters of spirituality. But of course, the husband has to be a leader, not a dictator. So to be domineering is to me be a dictator. There's no basis in being a dictator, because the wife has a lot of important things to say. She has a different perspective than the husband, and that perspective has to be taken into account. what's interesting over here is that the Pele Yoetz is I mean, like, why all of a sudden is he talking about relationships between men and women over here, husbands and wives? What does that have to do with the subject that he's talking about? You mean that's the interesting thing over here, because he goes so far to say that if there's an incorrect relationship between them, that the wife is dominating over the husband, and she's the one who's making the decisions in regard to these matters of that the husband has been given the last word according to the Torah. He says that it's just by the mere facts that that's the priorities, or that's the way the house is running. It's not a good thing. He says it's going to bring the small upon the chas v'shalom, upon this home. Because the small, we saw from the pasuk, the left side is identified with nefesh and mishpat, and that's we don't want that the home should be that those things should prevail over the home. Because why? Because we all basically exist and continue to exist only because of the tremendous chesed and rachamim and forbearance and patience and not judging us that Hashem engages with us and gives us a chance and a second chance and a third chance. And every time we wake up in the morning and we say Moda Ani, and we say, oh, Baruch Hashem, Hashem has given me another chance to get it right, even though I blew it yesterday or the day before and the day before. But Hashem has endless kindness. And so that's what we want.
What's the translation again then? How would you, Mashal? It's the root?
Mem Shin Lamed.
Yes.
Mem Shin Lamed.
How do you translate that word, Rabbi?
Yes.
Okay, so I would say that the husband is the one who's the leader. He's the leader.
So the husband must lead his wife?
He's the leader. He's the one that he's the one that makes the determination after they have discussed the matter, and the husband hears what the wife's concerns are and what her ideas about the situation are, and about the advice that she has to how she would advise doing in this particular situation that they have. They have a question what to do over here. So he carefully and closely listens to what she has to say, and takes everything that she says very seriously, and then thinks about the matter, and if he feels that nevertheless, in spite of what the wife has said, that he still feels that the course of action should be as he is thinking to do, so then he has a right to say, I think it seems to me that we should do in this way. That doesn't mean that he's disregarding her wishes. It simply means that he has got the authority to be the one that he's got the authority to make the choice.
But we don't
If
see
he has a
that.
doubt about the matter,
in the disagreement between Abraham Avinu and Sarah Imenu over Yishmael, we don't see that. We see that that Hashem says, "Do what she says."
Why did Hashem have to come and say to Avram, "Do as she says"?
Because Avram asked him. Avram said, we have a disagreement here. Hashem, what should I do?
Where does it say that they asked Hashem what to do?
Doesn't it say that?
I never saw that. It's true. If the husband has to be honest. If the husband is not sure, he should certainly ask the Rav and not say, well, the decision is mine, so I better make the decision. If he's not really sure how to decide, he should go to the Rav and get the true Torah perspective on the matter.
Right.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But the only thing I'm pointing out is that barring Hashem coming to Avram and saying, you should listen to your wife. That's what you should do over here. Avram Avinu was going to do. He was the one that was deciding what to do, and he was going to do what he was going to do. And that would have been okay. And the only thing that could have changed that is Hashem would come to him and say, Avram, I'm telling you, listen to your wife. I understand that you have the last say over here, but I'm telling you, listen to your wife. So that's how that works.
So it says in Rashi, Abraham was secondary to Sarah in prophecy.
Yeah, because Hashem told, how did Sarah know? How did Sarah know? Was it just her hunch that Yishmael was no good? No. She went to the base medrash, and she asked. 1 second, I'm getting mixed up. Talking about Avram and Sarah, not talking about Rivka and Yitzchak. Yeah, okay, so yeah, but in any case,
so you're saying Abraham did not ask Hashem. Hashem just told him.
And yeah, that's number one. And number two, I'm pointing out that what would have been if Hashem hadn't come to tell Avram what to do? It sounds like he would have done what he thought was the thing to do, not what his wife thought to do. And it sounds like that's what the proper mode of conduct would have been.
I see.
Only that Hashem said to Avram, I'm telling you, here you got to listen to your wife. Listen to what she says. You're in this case, I'm telling you, your decision should be, you've got the final word, but your decision should be like I'm telling you to do. And I'm telling you that your wife knows in this case. She knows better than you in this case. But without Hashem coming and saying that, Avram had the authority to make the decision. And he was going to decide not the way that Sarah said. And therefore Hashem said, oh, in this case, I better tell Avram that he should listen to his wife in this case. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Okay.
Right then, thank you. Have a good Shabbos, everybody. See you
Shabbos.
again on
One and
Sunday.
all.
Amen.
Shabbos Allen. Good Shabbos
Shabbos.
Lou. Good Shabbos Roy.